These are the questions. We always drill down why. I asked someone earlier this week, why do you have a website? Because it's important for people to know about what we do. Why? That's a good question. We've just always had a website the last decade, and so we just always have one. Well, that's why your website doesn't do anything for you. That's why your website doesn't serve as an asset to your church's 5-year goal, even your church's 6-month goal. If your goal for your church is to reach another 1,000 people by the end of 2022, how is your website helping you with that? Because honestly, it's a waste of money if it's not aligned with your goals. Really? Something that I am really struggling with this year, and I think it's a good struggle. It's not like, why isn't this working? It's, is this really accomplishing our goals? Is if a church is, let's just be super simple and generalistic here. If a church's mission is to make disciples who make disciples, what is the point of having a website? You don't need a website to be a church that makes disciples who make disciples. The website plays no part in that, at least the way it is built right now. And then when we actually go through a discovery process and strategy process and say, hey, by the way, your website does not help you make disciples who make disciples. Here's how it would help that. They look at me and say, oh, that's not what a website should do. Yeah, you're right. Most websites, they don't make disciples. Here's how you would have a website that actually does make disciples and helps your disciples make more disciples. And they look at me like I'm speaking tongues. It's an entirely different strategy, and it's an entirely different process. But guess what? When you actually approach the things of your church, the assets of your church in this way, your church becomes radically different. And looking at growing churches, they are radically different. It's the craziest thing.